Hello gin lovers and welcome back to No Nonsense Gin Reviews with me, Bobby Freeman. Now then, have a look at this rather unassuming little character on my left hand side. For this, my friends, is none other than Portobello Road Gin. Now then, this is another one of those gins that I can't quite believe I've got to this point in the channel and not featured it, because it's a very well-known gin. It's available many places, supermarkets, bars and everything, and I've heard about it for years and years, but for some reason I just haven't got round to trying it. And sadly, I think it is that age-old thing of the fact it just looks a little bit boring, a little bit dour, a little bit mundane. It just sits there and blends in the background and doesn't leap out at me when I see a big shelf full of gins, which makes absolutely no sense, as we've said before, because as I know, with the bathtub gin, which I think has the same problem, if you watch my review on that, it is absolutely delicious. So it's a silly thing. I need to try and get over it and stop doing it, and you must do the same as well. By the way, this gin was actually recommended to me by one of my subscribers, whose name is Danny Marsh, so thanks for the recommendation, Danny. So let's jump right in and see what they say about it on the website, shall we? Now then, as you all know, I always like to do the accent from where the gin is from. So today, this is obviously from London, so it gives me a lovely chance to do a Cockney accent. So here we go. What, governor? Ever listen to this, son? Portobello Road Gin, number 171. Go on, my son. On the front of the pallet, Portobello Road has a generous slug of juniper. Lovely. Now the mid-plate has a sustained fresh citrus character from our use of lemons, bitter orange and coriander, which then develops into a sweet peppery finish achieved by the use of licorice and nutmeg. God blimey, that sounds f***ing lovely, that does. Best served simply with tonic and a twist of pink grapefruit. Go on, my son. God blimey. Do what? As it happens, knock it on the head. Leslie, you slag! Now then, listen to this. So, this is obviously their standard London Dry, their central core product, right? However, on their website, they do another one called Celebrated Butter Gin. And I thought, well, that must be a play on words or something, because surely they can't have gin with butter in. That's exactly what it is, my friends. Butter flavoured gin. Can you imagine what that must taste like? That's literally like my two favourite things, butter and gin. So I'm extremely excited to try that. I've never seen it in the shops or in the bars or anywhere. So Portobello people, if you are watching, do send one to me and I will be only too pleased to drink it and review it. Right, enough talking, let's get the fellow open, shall we? Now, as you probably guessed from those botanicals, I think this is going to be no surprises gin. It's just going to be a standard gin. Not to say there's anything wrong with that, because we do need gins like that, but I don't think it's going to be anything out there and crazy and bonkers, if you ask me. However, one thing it does have going for it, it has a cork. So we know what that means. It's the cork test. So let's go for the squeak first, see how we get on. No squeak at all, a silent twist. So we'll go for the full pull, here we go. Oh, a cheeky little Cockney cork sound, I like that very much. Top work, Portobello people, for the cork test. Stay there, you bastard. Another little tip there, by the way, always let the cork know who's boss. Right then, let's get it in the old glass to do the sniff test. I'm predicting a clean pour, beautiful, squeaky clean, excellent. Right, let's get the old fella up my nasal passages, shall we? So... Ooh, do you know what? I was right. It does smell like your standard gin sort of smell. But you know what? It's doing it very nicely. It's kind of just sort of alluring me, seducing me in with its just sort of perfectly balanced flavour. Just sort of, it's like two little pair of masseuse's hands going up my nose and give me a lovely relaxing massage. Good Lord, these metaphors get more and more bizarre, don't they? But I think that's the best way to explain it. Right then, let's introduce it to the tonic, shall we? We'll probably try it neat as well, because a lot of people have been saying to me I should be trying it neat, and I am kind of getting into it, but I don't think the London Dries usually lend themselves to it, as I've said, but we'll try it anyway. So, here we go, my friends. Portobello Road Gin, their London Dry, without the butter. Cheers. Oh, yes! Yes. It's exactly how I predicted it was going to be. It's just, it puts me in mind. It's a gin by numbers, but it's bloody good numbers. It's done very well. And we do like I say we, it's only me in my kitchen. I do like these gins here on No Nonsense Gin Reviews. I put this in the bracket of your Tanqueray, your Beefeater and your Sipsmiths. I think that along with the Portobello Road, that is for, isn't it? I always get confused with numbers. You've got a very nice balancing of the citrus and then the sort of the earthy flavors, and also the juniper. Obviously it has to be juniper or it is not gin. In fact, the juniper, I would say, is probably a little bit stronger in this one, which is no bad thing in a gin, by the way, of course, because gin is juniper. In fact, one of my favorite gins recently, possibly my favorite gin of the year, has been the old Brooklyn gin over here, and that is literally laden with junipers, and it's very, very nice. And in fact, when it's kind of a little bit heavier on the juniper, I kind of find I like it to have it a little bit stronger. So let's whack a little bit more in, shall we? Let's pep this fellow up a little bit. Let me see what that does. Hang on a second. Oh yeah, now you're getting the flavors. Big, big juniper, and oh God, and then just these lovely citrusy sort of waves just sort of trickle over the edge just like that, like kind of fairy dust. Oh my God, I'm so pretentious, I really am. But I'm trying to put these sort of flavors into words, and I think it's best just to say what comes out no matter how stupid it sounds. So ABV wise, it is 42%, kind of in the middle, in the Goldilocks zone, not too strong, not too weak, about perfect, and I'm more than happy to drink a 42% ABV any day of the week. So let's try a little bit of it neat, shall we? I forgot to get another glass, so oh dear, I'm going to do a despicable thing and drink it out the bottle like a hooligan. So here we go, Portobello Road Gin Neat from the bottle. Oh my goodness! Hang on, that was only a very tiny, tiny slug. I'm going to have a slightly larger slug. What's larger than a slug? A snail? I don't know. So, again, we're roaming into the realms of bizarreness. Anyway, hang on. Yeah, okay. Yeah, those sort of, I'm just getting basically a slightly concentrated version of what I had before, which essentially is what it is, so it's not surprising. So I would say, yeah, the junipers are massive in this, obviously even more so when it's neat. Again, I don't really get much pleasure from a London Dry drinking it neat. Not really, I don't think. A lot of people have said to me you should always drink it neat, and yeah, I'm sort of moving, sort of pushing forward into that unfamiliar area. But to me, I think this is much, hang on. Yeah, way nicer with the tonic. It lets those flavours just expand to places they sort of peter out to before they get to when they drink it neat. So my top tip, try this one with the tonic. And of course, another good thing going for this gin is the fact it is very reasonably priced, my friend. It is £20, which is about $26 or 23 euros, which again, my top bracket is 30. As you notice, that's way down there. That is an excellent price for an excellent gin. And may I say, probably an underrated gin, because you don't hear much about it, even though it's always there in the background. It's kind of like the sort of the shy, unassuming guy when you go to a party who just sort of holds his drink and just stands in the corner. He's perfectly polite when you speak to him. There's nothing nasty about him at all, but he's just kind of maybe a bit socially awkward and is a bit too scared to go and talk to girls or anything. So he just stands in the corner sipping his drink, calls nobody any problem, then goes home and goes straight to bed and stays out of trouble. So I say to you, my subscribers and my viewers, if you see this meek and mild looking little fellow in the corner of the party, don't ignore him, go over, shake him by the hand and take a big long swig of him. I really don't know, I should have thought that through. Right guys, that is me done for another day. If you've liked this video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and press the like button and the bell symbol so you get notified when all my videos come out. And I will see you all next time on No Nonsense Gin Reviews, where I will continue to be Bobby Freeman. Thank you very much, bye bye.